You start your business full of energy. 6 months later, you're broke, burned out, ready to quit. It wasn't your idea that failed, it was your brain. We aren't talking about bad marketing or running out of cash. The real issue is inside our own heads, specifically, five major blind spots. Not surface level, the real why. Let's pull back the curtain on the first trap. So, first one is overconfidence bias. What it is. Overconfidence bias is when you overestimate your knowledge, your skills, and your ability to predict the future. You ignore risks because you're sure you're right. You believe you're smarter than the market, and that's exactly when the market humbles you. So, why your brain does this? Your brain has a habit. It remembers your successes and forgets your failures. That's memory fallibility. When you succeed, you take credit. I'm smart. When you fail, you blame bad luck. That's the self serving bias. It protects your ego but it makes you overconfident. Also, your brain hates uncertainty. If a decision feels easy, your brain mistakes that ease for mastery. And society rewards confident people with trust and attention. So your brain learns confidence is correctness, even when it's wrong. Studies show over 90% of drivers believe they are better than average. Statistically impossible, but your brain doesn't care. Or a new investor makes lucky gains in a bull market, thinks they are a genius, then loses everything when the market turns. How to fix it? Before any big decision, write down three reasons you might fail. Not one, three. Your brain wants to ignore risk, force it to look. Also, actively seek information that contradicts your beliefs. Ask for feedback, invite disagreement. And remember, your customers put you in your job. Stay humble. Second one is loss aversion. What it is. Loss aversion is the reason losing $100 hurts twice as much as winning $100 feels good. Your brain feels the pain of loss much more strongly than the pleasure of gain. That's why you hold onto a failing business or investment. You'd rather lose slowly than accept a loss now. Why your brain does this? For your ancestors, a loss could mean death. Losing food could kill you, so your brain is wired to panic at the thought of losing anything. Here's what happens inside your head. Your amygdala, the fear center, triggers anxiety. Your insula creates a physical feeling of unease, and your brain reacts more negatively to something framed as a loss than the same thing framed as a gain. That's the framing effect discovered by Kahneman and Tversky. You buy a stock, it drops, you hold it for years, even though selling and reinvesting is smarter. Why? Because locking in a loss feels like failure. Or you sit through a boring movie because you paid for the ticket. That's not logic, that's loss aversion. How to fix it? Before you start anything, set a kill date. On that date, if you haven't hit your numbers, you shut it down. No exceptions. Also use the four list method. First, why do you want to do this? Second, what will happen if you don't? Third, what are the risks? Why are you afraid? Be specific. And fourth, logically break down each fear. Is it really that bad? Most fear is irrational. Write this on your wall. What's the upside? What's the downside? The worst that can happen is probably nothing I can't handle. Third one is herding FOMO. Basically, herding is when you copy what the crowd is doing without your own analysis. FOMO, fear of missing out, is the anxiety of being left behind. Together, they drive you to make impulsive decisions based on emotion, not logic. You see everyone buying crypto and your brain screams, don't miss out. Here's why. First, social proof. Your brain assumes if many people are doing something, it must be correct. Saves mental energy, but it's dangerous. Second, a dopamine loop. When you see peers succeeding, your brain releases a feel good chemical that makes you crave joining in. Third, your amygdala sees exclusion as a threat. Being left out triggers a mild fear response, which pushes you toward impulsive action. And loss aversion again, the pain of missing out feels worse than the gain of being right. Let me give you an example. Look at business trends. Suddenly, thousands of creators drop everything to build the same AI newsletter tool. Why? Because they see others posting big revenue screenshots. In business, following the herd usually leads straight to a slaughterhouse. Here's what you do instead. Before any decision, write down why you are making it. If your reason is because everyone else is doing it, pause and step away. Step away from the hype driven message boards during volatile market periods. Instead, automate your decisions. For example, invest the same amount every month, no matter what, and ask yourself one question. Would I do this if no one else was doing it? If the answer is no, you're following, not leading. Stop. The fourth one is perfectionism. Basically, perfectionism isn't about high standards, it's about fear of being judged. You set impossible goals, you criticize yourself harshly, and you never finish because finished is never perfect enough. So you wait, you tweak, you polish, but you don't launch. Here's what's happening inside your head. Perfectionism is driven by an overactive threat detector in your brain, the anterior cingulate cortex. Your error processing center sees potential mistakes as actual danger. When a task feels overwhelming, your brain defaults to avoidance or procrastination just to escape the anxiety. That temporary relief actually reinforces the cycle. You feel better for avoiding, so you avoid again. Neuroscientists call this avoidance loop. It's why you can spend hours fixing phones instead of finishing the real work. Let's suppose you spend an evening researching the perfect product and never buy anything. You leave your project in draft forever because it can't live up to the impossible vision in your head. You avoid posting content or cold emailing because you're afraid of looking an immature. Here's what you do instead. Say this out loud. Perfect is the enemy of good. Aim for 70 to 80% effort, let the rest go. Ask a friend to remind you that they'll still love you even if you are not perfect. And here's the big one. Launch with the crappy version that works. Real feedback comes from customers, not from your head. Repeat after me. Done is better than perfect. The fifth is self sabotage. In simple terms, self sabotage is when your actions, consciously or not, get in the way of your own success. You get close to the finish line and suddenly you stop. You delay the launch, you cancel the meeting, you rewrite the same page for the 10th time. It's not laziness, it's fear dressed up as hesitation. Your brain is wired this way because self sabotage is a subconscious defense mechanism. Your brain prioritizes safety, predictability, and short term comfort over long term growth. When you face something uncertain, like a big goal or success, your amygdala treats it as a threat. Your dopamine system starts chasing short term relief. Procrastination gives you a quick reward for avoiding discomfort, so the habit gets stronger. Then there is cognitive dissonance. It plays a massive role. If deep down you believe you don't deserve success, your subconscious will prove that belief right. And your brain loves familiarity. Even painful patterns feel safe because they are predictable. Picture this. You procrastinate on a major project until the last minute, so you can blame lack of time instead of your ability. You stop responding to a hard lead right when they are ready to sign the contract. You cancel a big investor meeting because you got sick. You'd rather fail safely than succeed dangerously. You downplay your achievements so you never apply for a promotion. That's imposter syndrome. It comes down to this. Keep a small journal. Notice what happens right before you sabotage yourself. Ask gently, what is this behavior trying to protect me from? Don't do it with shame, just be curious. Replace negative self talk with compassion. Talk to yourself like you talk to a friend. And take tiny increments, just 5 minutes of work. Small wins build momentum. Most importantly, name it. Say out loud, I'm sabotaging myself because I'm scared. Then do the thing anyway. Fear doesn't go away, you just act despite it. Let's recap the 5 mistakes and their fixes. Overconfidence. You think you know more than you do. How do you fix it? Write down 3 reasons you might fail. Loss aversion. Losing hurts twice as much as winning. What works? Set a kill date. Herding, following the crowd. Ask yourself one question: would I do this if no one else was? Perfectionism. You never launch because it's not perfect. Remember, done is better than perfect. And self sabotage. You stop when success gets close. Name your fear, then act anyway. This is Bold Mind. We expose illusions and teach real thinking about money and psychology. Subscribe if you want more and comment below which of these 5 mistakes have you made. I will read the best answers in the next video.